Do you wonder what the best team is based on last season's points? Well, wonder no further because I'm here to give it to you. This team had a total of 2,079 points last season, which was more than me, and it doesn't even include the double captain points. So I will go through the team and talk about last season's stats to show you where they got their points from. So in goals we start with Ederson. He had 20 clean sheets with 58 saves, 6 bonus points equating to 169 points. A little less than Alisson, but to have the most overall points, you needed Liverpool players elsewhere, and Ederson has an emoji behind his ear, so how can you not have him? Our first defender is Robertson. A very impressive 12 assists and 21 clean sheets, along with 29 bonus points, got him a points tally of 213, the highest ever for a defender. Stats show if Trent was fit all season, he would have had more, but you can't take it away from Robertson. Our second defender is Van Dijk. 4 goals, 4 assists, 20 clean sheets, 22 bonus, getting him 208 points, which is absolutely crazy for a centre-back. 8 attacking returns is more than Sanchez and the same as Ozil all season. Amazing numbers for the Premier League Player of the Year. The next defender is Laporte. 3 goals, 3 assists, 18 clean sheets, 16 bonus for 177 points in total, and again, for a centre-back, pretty damn good. These kind of clean sheets makes it clear you should aim for a Man City defender again. Our last defender is David Luiz. 3 goals, 2 assists, 16 clean sheets, 19 bonus, and 164 points for again another centre-back. Maybe it's not that uncommon then. But Luiz being amazing at free kicks, earning him some attacking returns for a very good points tally. On to midfield, and the player that had the most points, Salah. 22 goals, 12 assists, 21 clean sheets, 18 bonus, and 259 points. Not bad for a one-season wonder, eh? And even though he had a few less goals, he still had the most points, showing you why he is the Egyptian king. Next midfielder is Sigurdsson. 13 goals, 6 assists, 15 clean sheets, 20 bonus to get him 182 points. Siggy showing you why he was Swansea's best player, getting a good amount of points, especially for his price. He's got everything about his game, including his sexy Icelandic looks. Then we have Fraser. 7 goals, 14 assists, 9 clean sheets, 23 bonus for 181 points. He had the second most assists in the league, just behind Hazard, and managed to get a few goals too, being a part of that great Bournemouth attack. Next we have Paul Pogba. 13 goals, 10 assists, 8 clean sheets, 19 bonus, 179 points, and 23 seconds for his penalty run-ups. Over half of his goals were penalties, but still a great amount of attacking returns, showing you why he's worth his price. Then the true penalty king, Milivojevic. 12 goals, 2 assists, 12 clean sheets, 24 bonus to get him a total of 166 points. Millie scored 10 penalties, the most out of anyone, and only missing 1. All of these spot kicks getting him most of his points. And finally, we have Jimenez. 13 goals, 10 assists, 31 bonus and 181 points. One of the highest scorers and bonus point tally with one of the cheapest prices, showing you why he is one of the most selected players in FPL this year. So this is the best team based on last season's points. Now obviously there are players that aren't here that had a lot more points, such as Sterling and Mane, but this follows FPL rules of amount of team players and budget. And due to players that get a lot of points, prices go up. This team is probably a lot more expensive than it was at the start of last season. But how can we look at this team to help us? So as you probably know, it isn't uncommon for players to perform well in FPL one year and not the year after, but we can use this for a few things. This could potentially show you there is a lot of value in defence and midfield, with a lot of people actually going for 4 defenders or 5 midfielder teams. But do I think this team would get anywhere near the same amount of points next season? Definitely not. There's bound to be some players here that won't do as well, including other players that could be cheaper and do much better. But what I suggest you take from this is to actually look at how these players got points and how other players could get those similar points next season. Most of Milivojevic's points came from penalties. So what happens if Palace don't get as many pens? What would his points be like? Also with defenders, a lot of their points come from a combination of attacking returns and clean sheets. So what if the Liverpool fullbacks don't do as well attacking wise next year? Would it be more worth for having another team's penalty taker or scorer? But then again, who's to say that some of these players can't replicate or even do better than they did before? If a player here has also scored consistently high for the last few years, then I think you could definitely use that to prove the player can do it again. I also think most of these players will be some of the safest options this year, as not only do you know they can score, they will be highly selected by others, so if you don't have some of them, you could fall behind other FPL players that do. But there we have it, this is the best team based on last season's points. Thanks for watching, and remember...
Don't be a cheeky scrub. Subscribe to Nathan Bacon right now.